Hey, Shalom Yasharallah, which means peace, Israel. I would like to start off by giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, B'chakwadash, Yahweh. That's the true and powerful mighty name of who the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah Yahweh Arhayu. Bahashem means in the name, Yahweh Shai. That's the true and powerful mighty name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Yeshua, or Yeshaya. And the B'chakwadash is the Holy Spirit, according to the ancient Paleo-Hebrew tongue. I would like to give double honors unto the apostles and elders, the great millstone, who have learned the truth of the Bible from, and peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect, and to you believers and listeners out there that came back into the faith and obedience of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Much love and respect unto you brothers pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth, risking your lives and freedom now more so than ever. May Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai continue to bless you and your households. I'm the brother Yawam, coming back at you with another lesson, Lord, with us edifying to the Lord's elect. And I remember saying on the last lesson I did covering this topic about UPS and they 20,000 layoffs, I said that they was going to be replaced with robots. And here we go. Salakia. Here we go. All right. So I came across this article on this Newsbreak app, and the HD Post posted this a day ago, and it says, new report says UPS is working with a CA-based humanoid robotics firm amid 20,000 layoffs. And hey, this is just the beginning, man. The grinders is ceasing. Okay. Jacob's trouble is coming in. Okay, the age of the robots is dawning upon us, man. I mean, it's been dawning upon us, but shit, we here. So let's get into it. A UPS is UPS is reportedly collaborating with Figure AI, a California-based robotics company, to integrate humanoid robots into its logistics network, according to a Bloomberg report citing an anonymous source. Our first customer use case took 12 months. Our second customer use case took just 30 days. Helix learned high-rate logistics with a single neural network. On Sunday, we successfully validated on site at the customer. And fair use. Okay. And this gonna happen to all our jobs, man. And they can work without taking a break. They don't need no vacation time, no sick time. They ain't gonna be late. Okay. And they can save more money this way too. Because all they gotta pay is just, maintenance on the robot. You probably pay a handful of people just to oversee the robots. You got the people in the background grabbing the packages. So that's the POV of the robot. Now, so let's read a little bit more. The news comes amid UPS announcement that it will be laying off 20,000 workers and shutting down 73 facilities nationwide. In a statement, UPS said it wouldn't discuss specific or potential vendor partners, adding that we regularly explore and deploy a range of technologies, including robotics. Yeah, because they don't want those 20,000 people to come back and, retaliate against them for the shit laying them off. Because now there's 20,000 people without a job in America. Out of millions and billions of people we hear, that's just a small fraction. The company already has 700 bots at its UPS Velocity facility, which it says optimizes storage by 30% compared to facilities without the tech. Figure AI raised $675 million from Microsoft, OpenAI, and Jeff Bezos. So Figure AI, founded by entrepreneur Brett Adcock in 2022, is a robotics company developing autonomous general-purpose humanoid robots. It announced last year that it raised $675 million with investments from Microsoft, OpenAI Startup Fund, NVIDIA, Jeff Bezos through Bezos Expeditions, Intel Capital, and others that will accelerate its timeline from humanoid commercial deployment. Critics skeptical about first commercial agreement. Figure AI also revealed its first commercial agreement in 2024 with BMW Manufacturing to bring robotics into automotive production. While BMW confirmed that its Spartanburg plant conducted a trial with the company's Figure 2 robots, it clarified that there are currently no Figure AI robots at the plant and no definite timetable for their deployment. The lack of transparency from both Figure AI and BMW left critics skeptical about the partnership. And it's probably because they don't want people to panic, man, because they know how people are. Okay, so that's the end of that article. I got one more. Okay, we're going to get into some scriptures. Matter of fact, let me get a couple of real quick. Okay, let's go here. Should I pass Ecclesiastes 12:3? In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because there are few, and those that would look out the windows be darkened. Right, the grinders goes into your workforce, okay, and the grinding is going to come to a cease, okay, because they're going to give all the jobs over to the robots, okay, and there's only going to be few people left working. Look, and when I say working, it's really their jobs are going to consist of looking after the robots and making sure things are they're pretty much going to be overseeing or managing the robots. Okay. And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Right. Okay. Yeah, because man, people are so goddamn lazy. It's gonna be people are gonna be divided over this, because you're gonna have some people that want the robots to come in and work because they don't want to work. And then you also got the people that wants to work that's gonna be upset because then they don't want to sit at home all day. And this is just more a way of having the Egyptians versus the Egyptians. Let me get that. Oh no, it's in like Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. It's talking about civil war, okay? And here in America, okay, how people love to go to work and go slave, okay? This is going to be another conflict that's going to have the people divided, okay? And we already know what Yahushua said about the kingdom divided, that it's going to fall. Okay. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight, everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. And we're seeing that happening now. Okay. This kingdom is on a rapid decline, it's failing. And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. That's why they going and putting all their eggs in the baskets for AI, because that's their new god. And the Egyptians will I give over to the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord Yahweh, Lord of hosts. And Trump, he's that fierce king. Okay, now he's starting to panic because of there's nothing coming into the ports. But hey, man, this is all part of prophecy. It has to play out, man. Okay, don't panic now. You're just talking all that big bad tough guy talk. Shit, stand on that shit, man. Okay, even though it's going to be hard on the citizens and stuff, but hey, we, those of us that are in this truth, we want this thing to happen so that we can be delivered up out of here, man. Let's see. Get this. Still in the book of Isaiah. We'll get this and we go back to the scriptures. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. Right. So Yahweh should be Yahushai. Put it on these scientists, okay, spirits, to come up with the ideas for robots and artificial intelligence, man. And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I've created the waste to destroy. And all these robots are just instruments for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, for his plan and his prophecy to come to pass. That's all it is. Like you. Okay. We just gotta hope and pray that we're on the right side of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, so we won't get caught up in this. So I got another article that was posted just 23 hours ago, and it's titled, After Reportedly Laying Off More Than 300 People, EA CEO says AI is powering our future and is already being used in design, animation, and storytelling. So now, man, let's just get to the article. EA, which I believe EA stands for Electronic Arts, laid off developers across its many studios last week. And while the company did not specify the exact number of people affected, reports suggest between 300 and 400 jobs were cut. God dang, boy. Hey, this is another result of people trusting in the shadow of Egypt, man. Trusting and depending on this place. Seeing all the signs was there that this place was going to fall and collapse. But people ignored it. Okay. The Lord sent his prophets out, and we know that the men of the Lord prophesied. Let me get that. Jeremiah 28:8. Salakia for all that. Okay, Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied against many countries and against kingdoms, against great kingdoms of war, of evil and pestilence. Right, and shit. The started with Elder Abu Bivens, High Priest Arya, King Masha. Okay, was one more, I can't remember. Oh yeah, Abu Business, Masha. And the trickle down, those are founders of One West. And then it trickled down to Apostle Tahar and, the men under him in the affiliate camps. Been telling y'all for years that the robots and AI were going to take over and that y'all needed to repent and turn back unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Now it's starting to happen. Okay. Now people are out of jobs. Okay. Don't know what to do. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's a whole shit show out here, man. Okay. But those that's dependent on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, they being taken care of. Even though we catching hell too. Okay. But shit, we in a better predicament than majority of people in the world. So back to the article. Now, EA CEO Andrew Wilson says he's optimistic about the future, in part because of how heavily the company has invested in AI. At the end of his prepared remarks during EA's Q4 2025 financial earnings call, Wilson said, "I also want to take a moment to talk about how AI is powering our future. We view AI as a powerful accelerator of creativity, innovation, and player connection. EA has been banging the drum about AI since 2023, going from acknowledging the fears around the tech to praising it as they at the very core of our business. We know EA used the power of AI to help generate the thousands of players' faces in the wildly popular College Football 25. And the tech's use is now apparently going much further. Yeah, AI is constantly and rapidly evolving. Okay. And man, I'm at a loss for words, man. Okay. Because people is taking this AI thing lightly. But Esau showed us. Okay, you got iRobot, Smart House. Okay, you got all these different movies until where the AI, the artificial intelligence, turns on humans. See, it got Terminator, and hey, but that was just the elites telling you what's to come, what's to happen, and people just write it off as fiction. But they gonna learn very soon that truth is stranger than fiction, and they should have been paying attention. Across our teams, Wilson continued in the financial call, we are investing in new workflows and capabilities to integrate AI to enhance how we build scale and personalize experience, from dynamic in-game worlds to delivering authentic athlete and team likeness at incredible scale. Okay. The idea that AI will eventually help to automate the more tedious parts of game development, like creating thousands of faces for a college sports game, isn't really a controversial one at this point. Yeah, but think about deep fakes and all that. Even Baldur's Gate 3 boss Sven Viken, who has been outspoken about other industry issues, admits that AI could be a tool that we use to help us do things faster, which is true. Okay, but then it takes out the originality, okay, because the characters gonna be looking bland, man. I don't, because they have more, these companies, they have a better AI engine and platform than the comic folks. So like they stuff may come out looking, good and all that. And then it's not telling how long they've been using it. Okay. I mean, like, look at our cartoons and all that stuff. Yeah, they draw them out and all that, but then who's to say that AI hasn't been animating these cartoons and we just been getting told lies? Just something to think about. So the idea that AI will eventually help to automate, okay, I read that part. But Vink doesn't believe it'll ever replace a creative side of development. Development is not. Okay, it's not. I mean, yeah, true. They get AI can, come up with stories and all this, that, and the third, but you still gotta read over it and proofread just to make sure that it makes sense, because it can make mistakes too. These artificial intelligence is not perfect. So back to the article, I'm not sure EA is making the same distinction. Our developers are using AI to push the boundaries of what's possible in design, animation, and storytelling. So hey, depending on how much longer we're here in this captivity, if EA of their games start to become trash, you know why? Helping us deliver deeper, more immersive gameplay. This is about amplifying the power of this technology to unlock new possibility for the future of interactive entertainment. And you're going to be hearing that a lot, about amplifying the power of this technology to unlock new possibilities for the future. That's all they cared about. They cared about is the new possibilities they could have for the future with using this technology. And they don't know that this is going to be their downfall. Wilson concluded his remarks by acknowledging near-term economic uncertainty, but cited such things as leading IP transformative technology, a global network of passionate players, and the best creative talent in the industry as reasons that the company has never been more optimistic about what comes next. Somehow, I doubt the developers laid off across the company share that same optimism, right? Because shit, AI and robotics is ruining a lot of people's lives. Hell's Divers 2 CEO says the industry layoffs have seen very little accountability from executives who let go of 1/3 of the company because you made stupid decisions, and that's the end of the article. So now all these people's lives is ruined. Okay, but shit, that's just Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai judging the world, man. Okay. Go down here to Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Okay, talking about American or democracy, you got two horns. You got the Democrats and Republicans, and they speak like a lamb. They come peacefully, somewhat, to the people to have them thinking or create the illusion that they're for the people where they're not. That's where that dragon or draconianism come in. Verse 12, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and he caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. It's talking about the Roman Empire. And he do great works, great wonders, Salakia, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth on the sight of man, going into those nukes and those atomic bombs, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live, going into this system. Okay, but and AI and the robotics ties into that system, okay? Because that's why they're pushing for the collapse of the daughter, so they can bring in this digital system because they need this digital system in AI and robotics in order to bring about the mark of the beast, or the mark of that system. Okay, which, let me just keep going. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. So I said, this system, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? Those of people who don't, agree with this system and its policies. Okay, especially, everything going digital. Nobody, a lot of people don't agree with that. A lot of people don't agree with getting something implanted underneath their skin. Because, one, we've been commanded not to. Two, man, ain't no telling what you can do. All right. And that's why the scriptures command us never to trust our enemy. Okay. Shit, you piss off the damn elite, they got total control of everything. You piss them off, they can shut off your damn bank account. They gonna control how much money you spend. And man, this gonna be ridiculous, man. I'll be damned. Verse 16, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Okay, let's go here. Ecclesiasticus, also knows the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Let me see if I can. All right. So, Sirach 12 and 10 in the GNT. Never trust an enemy. His wickedness is as destructive as rust. Watch out and be on guard against him, even if he acts ever so humble. And that's what the Edomites do. The Edomites being the self-proclaimed white man. Okay. They'll sit there and act humble and, come with fair words, with smooth words and fair speeches. Okay. And they only do that just to deceive you. Continuing on, he is like a metal mirror that rusts away if you don't keep it polished. Right. See the enemy at your right hand, and the next thing you know, he'll be trying to get your own place of honor. Put him next to you, and he will overthrow you. Then you will realize the truth of my words and be stung with regret when you remember them. Nobody feels sorry for snake charmers or wild animal tamers who get bitten. And nobody will feel sorry for you if you run around with sinners and get involved in their wrongdoing. An enemy will stay with you for a while, but not when trouble comes. Right. And that trouble is coming. And Esau ain't finna be here to help out Jake, because they gonna be the ones coming against Jake. He will speak fine words while he plots how to trap you. And that's what Esau been doing this whole time. Okay. Our people, especially the Israelites, which consists primarily of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Natives, Seminoles, West Indians, and Haitians. You also have the Israelite foreigners who are likened unto a speckled bird, who looks like the heathen nations because they've been scattered amongst the heathen nations. But their bloodline and lineage goes back onto Jacob by way of their fathers. Okay? Our people get distracted and lost by the fine words. Okay? But shit, if you listen closely and you read between the lines, you can see they plot on how they plan on trapping us up. But our people are so docile and stupid to read between the lines. Okay? He will pretend to share your sorrows. Ain't that what they do every 4 years? When they got to put a new official in the new puppet in the office? They pretend to share your sorrows just to win you over. You put these, and you got people complaining about, oh, we wouldn't have these problems. We had Kamala in office, then shit probably would have fell faster. Remember me and one of my friends argued about that last week. And he was talking about, no, I don't think so. I was like, bro, she's a fucking woman. Okay, she was going go off her emotions. Let it would have been that time of the month, and shit, China would have did something to piss off. Boy, man, look, or Russia. That's why you can't put a woman in a man's job, man. Women have their role, not knocking the women. They got their roles and they do it in their order, and men got their roles, they duties, and their orders. Okay. But back to the scriptures. He will pretend to share your sorrows, but he will kill you if he gets a chance. If trouble comes your way, you will find him waiting, ready to trip you up while he pretends to help you. And that's what they do. Okay, that's what they doing now. Okay, because I'm pretty sure all them people that got laid off, there probably wasn't no severance package. Okay, now they got to go to unemployment to try to find another job. It probably came last minute and didn't know beforehand, so they could have the time to find another job. Because each of them don't care about the people. He will be a different person then, rubbing his hands, nodding his head, and spreading rumors about you. Damn, man. So, hey, this devil's coming with these lying wonders, man. Satan and his devices. Okay? But I know one thing's for sure. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Let's get it. Mark chapter 13, verse 22. And it reads, for false anointings and false prophets shall rise and show signs and wonders to seduce. And in these robotics, that's just a sign, that's just a lying or false signs and wonders. Okay. If it were possible, even the elect. So even the elect is not going to be seduced by these things. They're not going to be fooled. Okay. But 2/3 are. These heathen nations are. But that's because they didn't receive the love of the truth. So just be on your watch, be on your guard. Just was blowing the trumpet in Zion, man. So I pray and hope this lesson was edifying, giving our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect, and to you believers and listeners out there. Shalom.